mame, oh como les shole babo, oh como les shole babo, como les
como les
shole babo,
como les
shole babo,
como les
shole babo,
como les
we mame,
como les
we mame,
como les
we mame, we mame, oh como les shole babo,
como les
shole babo, oh como les shole babo,
como les
music corner,
como les.
Yeah, good morning everybody. 7:20 on a Saturday. It's been nearly a week since I've left home. I expected that would happen, that time goes real quick. So one down, what's that, 7 to go. Consider that I've been incredibly lucky so far. Luck and good planning, that everything has gone pretty much precisely as I had hoped and anticipated. Now this morning I've emailed a fellow called Chris Pappas, who is a representative for the DA party, the Democratic Alliance. He's located down in KwaZulu, and I saw a French news story on him on YouTube one time. They were following him around and telling his story. He's fluent in Zulu. He's a white fellow, an openly gay candidate for the DA party, and I thought he'd make a fascinating subject for an interview, so I've emailed him and hopefully told him why I'm here and what I'd like to do. Hopefully he'll get back to me, and when I'm down in Zululand he might give me an hour of his time. That'd be good, we'd enjoy that. The bakery now, I waffled on a bit last night about it. If you don't know and you haven't followed my story in these videos, you can go back. There's this video stream called The Trip 1971 where we left Australia to come to Brakpan, and I talk a bit about why that bakery was so important. But for you new subscribers, here's a snapshot. We got to Brakpan and we hadn't been there long when we lost Mum in a car accident on the way to Pretoria, and so Dad had to juggle being a single parent and bringing in the money, and the way he did that for me, because I was a bit younger than my brother, was already off and running with his friends and music, was to take me to work with him, and that bakery became a playground and such warm memories. Now the Africans, they love children and they loved me, so they would let me help. I'd pack bread rolls in bags with them, I'd go out the back to the accommodation with them, and sometimes they'd let me eat with them. I got that rubber ring from that bakery from out the back in that compound. I've never had it off since probably 73. And yeah, well, you know, as the night wore on, if Dad was on a night shift, remembering I'd go to school the next day, sometimes covered in flour when I left the bakery. But as the night got on, my eyes would get heavy and I needed to sleep. I'd go into the storeroom where they had the bags of flour stacked like that, almost up to the roof. And as you climbed up, you'd find other Africans asleep on top of the flour bags, and I'd curl up and fall asleep. So that's why that bakery means so much to me. It had such warm memories, and the owner, or the boss, Barry Blumenfeld, was very kind to me. He understood, you know, the loss that our family was going through, and he was very obliging to let me roam around the bakery as I did in those days. Now we mentioned, or we saw, that we stopped at the Zurcher's house, and you know, I reminisced about that first kiss with Rusty, Jenny, and as fate would have it, she rang about half an hour after we'd filmed that segment we'd rang her earlier in the day. She hadn't answered, so she was returning the call. She was very hard to hear, the voice, wherever she was when she rang. It was hard to hear her. She sounded a long way away, but actually she lives in Boksburg, and I'm in Boksburg. So I was able to, you know, tell her how good it was to hear her. I've got a bag of letters from Jenny and Brian and Johan that I've kept all these years, but she was one of the correspondents. Morning. Hello. So, and I was able to say to her, I think the puppy's coming out now. Puppy's been asleep in her basket having puppy dreams. I think she's going to come home solo. I was able to say to Jenny what I'd wanted to say all along, but I'd like to say it in person as well. But I apologise for being a pig of a person. When I saw her again in the 80s, I was most disrespectful, so I apologise. I said I'm not that person anymore, Jenny, and I believe that to be true. So hopefully we can catch up with Jenny. Maybe we could even interview her. She's got a daughter that lives in Brisbane. Now, a gentle reminder from Brian was after we did the banking, I think it was Germiston or maybe Alberton, one of those. We were on a street corner. That's where I was trying to film that or photograph those abortion pills on a rubbish bin. But I wanted to use my phone to ring Eloise up there in Rustenburg. I hadn't got the email for the booking confirmation for the room, so I was going to use my phone. And Brian gently reminded me, said, "Don't put the phone away, don't stand here, because there's people going around you all the time, and lots of them are beggars, lots of them are probably scallywags, and I don't think I stand out, but obviously, you know, I do." Here's the puppy. Here, the puppy. You say hello to people. Puppy kisses. There you go. Puppy kisses. So he said, you know, put your phone away, wait till we get in the car or in the shopping centre at least before using it. So yeah, that was a general reminder. I need to be aware of that. The funny thing was that this guy Eloise, that the booking manager from the Kedar Lodge we're going to, spelt out my email address, Cherry-Carter, and didn't get the email, and rang him back and he asked me to go through it again. I thought I spelt it out and he said I've got it. He knew what a hyphen was. I thought that was the confusion. The confusion was when I say E, they think I'm saying A. So he was spelling it Cherry. So you know, I eventually sorted that out. I was talking a bit before, or thinking about their labour over here, how cheaply they seem to work. The boarding house that Brian is living in now, I think there's 4 men living there that need work clothes, washing and ironing, and there's a maid, and she's paid, I think each of them pay her 10 rand each. So she gets 40 rand a week to do the washing, folding, ironing for 4 men. Well, that's less than $4. So, and they employ everyone here, even though they've got a lot of unemployment. Like, there's lots of jobs that they don't really need people doing. Like any shop you go into, you'd call them greeters. There's normally 1 or 2 African women standing there to greet you. Most times they're looking at their phones or talking amongst themselves. They will say hello if you say hello, but apart from that, they don't really have a job. Maybe they alert security if they think you're shoplifting. Maybe they stop you as you're going out of the shop. They don't check your bags or anything. Puppies rolling around on the swimming pool top. Loves life. So yeah, that's an observation. I told Brian about supermarkets in Australia. There's self-checkout now. You know, the AI coming in. He's not sure that would work over here. What else have I got to tell you? I'll just make sure I don't forget stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, Brian should be here about 10. He's off running around the Boksburg Stadium. He's a long distance runner. He's in a couple of running clubs, and I'm not sure what they're doing this morning. They asked me if I wanted to join them, even to walk. I said forget it. So he should be here about 10. So we just got to Rustenburg in a place called Kedar Lodge. As you can see, it's thorn bush scrub. You see the thorns on that? Wow. This is where you see those thorns, eh? Imagine getting one of those in your foot. But here we've encountered our first Boer War general. This is General Smuts on his horse. I don't know why he's here. Ooh. Jan Christian Smuts. Oh, that's solid. He actually, first Prime Minister, I think. He was friends with Churchill. Been a hell of a drive here. And we're glad we're here now. So me and Jan, we came up in the little Kia Picante. A little car, probably a little higher. Right, onward to our room, maybe the swimming pool.
Oh, it was. I'm not sure. One of the two.
Sarah, it's called the Sarah Roy Bull Oosthuizen gun, and we don't know whether it's Boer artillery or British. It's going to take a bit of reading to figure out what this is about, but we're exhausted. We've been driving forever to get here. So Sarah Oosthuizen, red hair, therefore he was known as the Roy Bull, or the Red Bull of Krugersdorp. He was elected sergeant for Krugersdorp, October that year, wounded during the Battle of Talana. He was also part of the team that captured Churchill. His team played a pivotal role in the capture of the guns at Colenso. His reputation was further enhanced as a result of his heroics at the Battle of Speenkop, promoted to field general after the British forces broke through at Biggersburg. He and his team were sent to the southwestern Transvaal, which is where we are. On the 29th of May 1900, the Roy Bull Oosthuizen met General Koos de la Rey during the skirmish with the British forces at Doornkop. He also played a prominent role in the Battle of Three Trees. So, this is a Boer gun, and it looks like it was spiked by the British. Yeah, look, we'll have to come back and have a good read of this. Look,
there's Churchill. There's
yeah.
a couple of guys. And there's somebody in the Victoria.
But I think this is a Boer gun, Brian.
So this was captured by
by the British, yeah.
So this gun
or
would have come from somewhere in Europe. The Germans or the Austrians or something like that would have given it to them.
We can't.
It looks like maybe this bit here goes onto a wagon and they drag it.
Yeah. And we can't confirm that, and there's lots to see here already, I've noticed, so we'll have to find out how this place works. Alright. So we're just coming into the entrance of Kedar Lodge, and it is full of Boer War stuff. Oh my God. Hello. We've got a booking for Kata, please. Cherry Kata.
Did you help us get you?
Yes, it was me.
Are you Eloise?
Yes.
Are you Eloise?
No, Alfred.
Hello, Alfred. I mean, Alfred, who's taking us bags to our room, is just showing us the armory where we eat to start with. Look at that. Boer Mausers, uniforms, swords, all around the dining area are rifles, paintings of the British generals and the Boer generals, Mauser rifles. That is freaking incredible. The Boer Republic flags. So we're just on our way to our room in Alfred. Oh my God. A medical kit.
Is that what that was on the back of the wagon, obviously? Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so much here. There's the Boer War Queen's medal. Wow. How long have you worked here, Alfred?
Oh, just guess.
Recently?
I'll tell you, huh?
Okay.
Just guess maybe how many
Oh,
years?
guess.
Like 5 years.
Really?
No, I'm asking.
Oh,
Did you say
1
5?
year.
1 year. Yeah, correct. Absolutely correct. So a year and a month now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You're still enthusiastic, so it tells me.
Yeah. But I'm pretty old.
Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Yes, I'm enjoying.
Is that what you were gonna do? You wanna study tourism and come?
I've got love for nature.
Yeah.
I have a love for nature,
That's nice.
and yeah, at least I can interact with animals, trees. No, I just love nature. So
Yeah.
I just, everything about the landscaping. Yeah, that's
Yep.
part of me. If I were to choose one thing that I could do forever,
Yep.
it will be being in connection with nature. So on the right, we're going left. On the right, yeah, there where the lady's staying, it's a pub.
On the right.
Yeah, on the right, where the lady's staying.
There's a pub,
Yeah, it's a pub. Okay. Go there, get some maybe a drink.
a dop.
One more now.
Lots of nice bush. Any baboon?
Yes, we have baboons.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's plenty there by the reception mule, and then right.
Sure.
Yes, sorry, right.
Yeah.
Only right here. Yes. So if you follow this route, it will take you to the parking lot. This one.
Ah, actually, yes.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we went up that way.
Yes.
Sure.
And the swimming pool just behind the Winston Churchill wall. Can you see it on the right?
Okay, yeah.
Behind it, there's a swimming pool.
That's the first place I'm heading. And then we start to explore.
Yeah.
I can put on my new swimsuit.
Yeah. And then at the back here, it's just rooms. There isn't a lot of information. It's just rooms.
No.
So you can grab a lot of information on this section. And then left, number 26. That's one. Yeah.
Now, of course, I first wanted to stay in the Baden Powell room,
Okay.
but the price was a little bit much for me.
It was about 50 cents more than it was.
I'm not that wealthy,
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe the price when I heard it.
but I can slip you 100.
Do you know if the Baden Powell room is occupied the weekend?
The Lord Power.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
to see it.
Just to see it, yeah.
Yeah, I think they will.
Oh, yeah.
You're on that one there.
There's a fridge inside there.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Alfred.
And then we also have a shower,
Sure.
toilet, and then outside shower is.
So I just started exploring, and I've got to say, this is absolutely blowing my mind. The detail, the effect and detail of everything. This is just your standard room. It's got the big high thatched hut. Now we're in the Magaliesberg Ranges, which is high up in the Western Transvaal, and it's hot. It's known to be hot. This is the indoor shower, all local rock, and that's nice, but check this out. This is your outdoor shower, and you can feel the heat coming off those stones already. Oh my God. The price, look, I want to say 3,000. I think about $300 for two people. So we're now heading over to the pool, which we were told that's the entrance to our room. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, this is day 7 of being away, and I've got to say, there's not one day has let me down where I thought, gee, I'm disappointed. Anyway, early days. But let's go behind old Winnie. It'd be good to have handing out cigars there. Oh, look at it. It's like a tropical forest lagoon. It says, okay. Oh man, there's a little waterfall. Here's a tribute to Winston, young Winston. I'll be visiting where he was captured in Natal. There he is there. Some say that he set up that capture as a publicity stunt. Oh my God. Look at that. There's a fountain trickling into it. I think I'm in heaven, Brian. Oh wow. And I don't even have to try it. I can tell you that water's going to be gorgeous. Now you can imagine for the bait and power room for $1,000 a night. I mean, we get this for what, $300 a night. Imagine what you get for the 1,000. Just brilliant, eh? Just brilliant. All right, I'm gonna get my. I'll put this. Now we have been warned there are monkeys around, baboons. So I really don't want a baboon to run off with my Osmo camera. Let's set this up.
I don't want to worry these. That should work, shouldn't be. Oh, really steady. Yes, it is. Fuck, it's glorious. Oh, yeah. I think it'll be a bit different too. Hi, fuck, I haven't swum for so long. Oh. The water's brilliant.
You reckon? Oh, it's creepy.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, folks? We've got more Boer War memorabilia. It'll take a month to see everything. There's battlefields all around here from the Magaliesberg, and there's all this gorgeous nature reserve around us. Kedar Lodge, Rustenburg. There's a little lake you can sit on here.
Look at that's brilliant. I can't touch the ground this way.
It's deep, isn't it?
Yeah. Deeper than I thought. This is great. You know, for sitting in that car,
Yeah,
hours and seconds.
I was starting to think this place doesn't exist.
It's back to the future. Fuck, it used to be gone now. You're walking now. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I can only start walking from here.
I couldn't pull myself out of the edge.
No.
There's another drowning of his head. Well, words can't sum it up, can it? Yeah, hi everybody. It's the end of a long day. It's what, 25 to 9, which sounds kind of early for it's a Saturday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds kind of early for a Saturday night, but trust me, if you'd had a day like we had, you'd be thinking about sleeping as well. So we left Boksburg about 10 in the morning, and as we came, we bypassed Pretoria. We didn't stop wisely. Brian said, let's make our way directly to Rustenburg. As we travelled, it got progressively hotter, and we stopped for some lunch, which was a samosa and this thing they call a pie burger pastry or something. It was atrocious. These chips. Anyway, yeah, we drove and we drove, and there were cows grazing on the verge of the freeway with no fencing, and tollways. Yeah, I think we went through 3 tollways. Traffic kind of erratic. You have to sort of be a bit careful. You know, the trucks will overtake you, force you into the left lane, the emergency stopping lane. They laid all these sort of witches' hat sort of things out at one stage. You put them on the wrong side of the lines, like they were going to do roadworks. People were running over them. Anyway, we got to Rustenburg, and it was a bit chaotic in town. Lots of Africans running around. Like, you could easily run them over, knock them over the bonnet. They don't seem to have any road sense at all. It looked like a smaller version of Germiston, or, you know, any of these sort of towns that have let themselves go, grubby. But anyway, we kept driving through. Now we had to stop and try and get directions. The place we were at is called the Kedar Lodge, Kedar, I think. And so we asked directions at the servo. Well, we rang Kedar Lodge, so we ended up handing the phone to an African that was waiting at the petrol station, and the receptionist here at Kedar gave him the directions. So the guy goes, okay, well, follow me, I'm going to turn, and then you keep going straight. Well, within minutes we'd lost him, because they all drive white Kia Picantos, and with cars cutting in and out all the time, we lost him. So we start driving, we keep driving. We're now heading out of Rustenburg. We're seeing signs for Sun City, and didn't know where the hell we were. So we did a U-turn to come back, and then I remembered, hang on, the phone's got directions on it. So we did that. So we got to Kedar Lodge with the phone navigating us here. Now, I thought this place had a museum, the Lord Roberts Room, and I thought it had a couple of statues or something. We're in a bush environment here, and as you come through the gates, they've got a big, looks like an elephant, probably made out of paper mache or something, but it's quite lifelike, an elephant. And then we come around the corner, and there's this General Smuts on a horse, and to mine, a bit amateurish in the face. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, all right. Oh my God, people, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it, because I can't believe it. We spent hours looking at stuff, and I've barely scratched the surface of Boer War stuff. It's 98% Boer War memorabilia, medals, helmets, swords, guns, rifles, uniforms, medals, military clasps, Look, I can't go on anymore. You're going to have to watch these videos, and I'm going to break them up because otherwise we're going to run into hours. Now, we're actually staying on the Paul Kruger property. This is where President Kruger had his house. I thought he came here for holidays. And just over there is a farmhouse, which is Paul Kruger's mother's house. And I thought, oh yeah, they've just recreated it, or they bought it on the back of a truck and settled it here. No, this is the Kruger property. And we met the most fascinating gentleman that took us around and shared his local knowledge with us of all things Boer War. So if you're a Boer War fan, you're in for a treat. So let's get started. So now we got to get this one over.